Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to video number 5. This is going to be for comparison operators in Python. And just as the name implies, these are operators that you can do to compare values. So, let's take a look. Alright, so let's start going through these operators one by one and seeing what they return. So the first operator we're going to go over is the less than. So we're just going to have a variable called less than, and we're going to have it holding a statement that checks if one value is less than a value on the right. So let's see if 10 is less than 5, right? So we just use the less than sign in between to check if the left value is less than the right value. And if we print that out, and we print out less than, which is holding the result of this comparison check, we should expect to see false, because 10 is obviously not less than 5. I hope you guys knew that. But if we were to make this 4 and we run that, it's true, because 4 is less than 5. So that's all comparison operators does. It's just comparing two values and it's outputting true or false, which is just a boolean in Python. That's what booleans are in Python. It's just true or false. So we're just going to go through these one by one. So let's do greater than. And we're going to have a value on the left that we're going to check if it's greater than the value on the right. So we're going to check if 10 is greater than 5. Right? And then we're going to print out that result. And we just used it before. Obviously, we just saw that 10 was not less than 5. So 10, let's see if 10 is greater than 5. So let's clear that. And boom. They both return true. We see that 4 is less than 5, and we see that 10 is greater than 5. Good stuff. And we just place these. Even though the variables are pretty obvious, I still like to write out the comment of what exactly I'm doing. So and let's do equal to, or just call it equal. We'll check if two values are equal to each other. So we'll check if 8 is equal to 7. Now the difference, all right, we're using two equal signs instead of one. One equal sign just means that we're trying to assign it something, right? So in this case, we're assigning equal, the equal variable, to this statement that it's doing. But in the case of using two equal signs, is doing a check, a comparison check, to check if these two values are equal to each other. So assignments and an actual comparison check is two different things. So remember, 1 is for assigning and 2 is to do a comparison check. In this case, it's just doing a comparison on whether these two values are equal to each other. So we're checking if 8 is equal to 7, and we should probably already know the answer, which is, and let me just count these out to make it less confusing. We'll do it clear. Obviously, he's going to return false because 8 doesn't sound like 7 to me. But if we were to do, if 8 is equal to 7 plus 1, I mean, we can do that. That's true, because 8 is equal to 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8, so they're equal to each other. We can do that. Now, let's do if it's less than or equal to. So we can, broaden the range by one more. So, less than equal. And put this comma right here. And comment this out. And we're going to check if it is less than or equal to. So we're going to check again if 4 is less than. So we use the less than sign, but we also add in the equal. And then we add in the second value that we want to do the comparison with. So we're checking if 4 is either it's less than 5 or it's equal to 5. So in this case, we know that, I've got to print it out. Less than equal run that again. We know that's true. We know for sure that 4 is less than 5, right? Is it equal? No, but it passes the first check, which is that it's less than 5, so it's going to return true. Now, if we were to put 5 here, 5 is not less than 5, but it is equal. So if we run that again, it's still going to return true, because although it's failing the first criteria, it's checking if it's less than, which is not true. It is still equal, so it is going to make it equal. It is going to return true, I mean. Then we have greater than, equal. Put that less than or equal. And then we have greater than, equal, and then we're gonna make this is 10 greater than or equal to 9, and we're gonna print that out. Whoops. Yikes, I'm just, oh, there it is. And greater than or equal. Because that is exactly what we're doing here. We're checking if it's greater than or equal. Is 10 greater than or equal to 9? Indeed it is. And that's still using this pair right here. But that second true is for this. It's indeed greater than or equal to 9. It's not equal, but it's greater than. But we also put 10 here. And let me just clear this out because it's full pretty much. And then run that again, and we're saying that 10 is not greater than 10, but it is equal to 10. So yeah. So yeah, these are the 5 comparison operators that you can use, and there's different varieties of ways that you can use it. And when we start getting into flow control, like using things such as like if statements and while loops and stuff like that, these become more prevalent and more useful. Or if you're just doing basic math, then this is perfect as well. But as we started getting into more of longer code and trying to have different logic for different scenarios in your code, these comparisons become perfect. So hope you guys enjoyed, and in the next video we're going to be talking about list.